Alright, hello everyone, Cepheus here. I'm going to be doing something different today. I'm going to show you a couple of micro tricks that you can do in Starbow. I won't, of course, cover everything because that would be a lot of content, but it will just be a couple of tricks that I think are very useful. This will be the first of hopefully many such videos. I'm not the best at microing units myself, so hopefully I won't mess it up too much, but at least I'll explain how the mechanics work so you can perfect it and improve it yourself. Also, I'm a little bit hoarse today because I'm a little bit ill, but that's just the way it is. So let's get right into the first trick. The first trick here is going to be Vikings versus mutalisks, and this works versus anything as long as you have Vikings, of course. Now here's the trick. The Vikings, once they start firing their missiles, they become stationary, but they can still glide. So what you want to do is that right after the first volley, you want to really quickly click move them in a direction that you want them to glide, or else they're just going to stand still and take much more shots. So in this case, we want them to glide backwards so we can kite the mutalisks. So let's just see how this happens and see if we can do this. So we shoot and glide. That wasn't the best one. Let's try better. Let's get some speed and glide. That was much better. Speed and glide. Oh no, didn't fire. I clicked too quickly and all the mutalisks died. So that's how you do that. The Vikings, you fire and then click right away, right off the bat. The second one we're going to have a look at is Vultures versus Zealots. And this also works versus Zerglings and many other units. Vultures can maintain really high speed, but they will lose their speed quite quickly once they start firing. But they do have a de-acceleration rate, which means that they do not stop instantly. So what you want to do is you want to keep your Vultures moving as quickly as possible right after a shot, and this way you can basically avoid any damage from other units. It's very, very difficult to do this perfectly, but the trick here will be to really quickly click around after they shoot. It's kind of similar to the Viking micro action design. This is why I'm doing this after. So shoot, and then, oh, now I stopped for too long. Shoot, bam, like that. I'm doing it right. There we go. That was much better. So that one. So shoot. Oh, okay, that didn't work out. Shoot, shoot, shoot. There we go. Look at that. It doesn't even turn around if you do it perfectly. There we go. And this way you can actually cut a whole, you can cut an infinite amount of zones this way. You just have to do it. There we go. That was not the best way I was doing it. There we go. So you want to keep clicking right after you attack. So you have to calculate exactly when the attack is coming and click right after. The next one I want to show is how you can more effectively burrow and unburrow lurkers versus a marine squad. Now what I see a lot of people doing is that they burrow all 4 of them, or 6, or however many you have, and then they unburrow all and move closer, and then they burrow while the marines are retreating. Now this is not the most effective way of doing this, because what happens is that when you unburrow all, the marines can stim and turn around and start to snipe one of them, and then usually pick one off, and by the time they burrow, the marines are gone again. So what you can do, and the trick here, is to burrow 2 at a time, and you want to burrow 2 at the same time as you're unburrowing the other 2, and you should alternate it that way. So that means there's actually some micro to playing Zerg here. So we're going to have these marines retreating. I'm going to see how many we can kill as they're retreating. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me to have them retreating. I'm going to try the best as I can. So we're going to attack first and then they're going to retreat. So we want to have these 2 burrow and then keep the rest moving. Burrow, unburrow. Burrow, unburrow. Oh, go away marines. And burrow, unburrow, go away marines. And this is how you want to keep moving, because you're afraid of the marines moving around. Okay, that was really poorly executed, but I think you get the idea. I'm just going to let the marines die now, because that's what they deserve. Alright. Okay, the next mechanic we're going to look at is reaver versus Hydralisks. And this is going to be from the Zerg point of view, and this works for other units as well. This works very similar with Marines as well, for example. Now let's just show you what happens if you have a small group of Hydralisks that are just aim-moving versus a reaver, and the reaver gets a good shot off in the middle one. And that's a very sad group of Hydralisks right there. So what you can do to negate that, there's 2 things you can do. First of all, you can of course split out the Hydralisks, have them spread out. And the second thing you can do is to find the Hydralisk that is being targeted and pull that one back. Units that are pulled back from a reaver shot will take less damage from the reaver shot, as long as they are the same speed as a marine or faster. That is without stim. A siege tank has the exact same speed as a marine, by the way. So let's see what happens. We're going to attack this reaver again and see if we can pull back. Okay, this one is the targeted one. See, he didn't die. See that? This one's being targeted. Bam, he survived. Didn't lose a single Hydralisk right there. Compare that to what happened up here. Okay, the last thing I want to show off today is how Scourges work versus air units, especially versus science vessels, because science vessels are usually a juicy target for Scourges. Scourges suicide themselves to kill other units, but they have a defect where they have a delay between the time they suicide and the time the damage is dealt, which means that in some cases Scourges will overkill quite a bit. So let me just illustrate this. So this is 10 Scourges and 5 science vessels. You need 2 Scourges to kill 1 science vessel. So this is technically exactly the amount of Scourges you need to kill these science vessels. If we just clump them up in aim move, they will not kill all 10 of them, hopefully. So let's have a look at this. Alright, here we go. Aim move, and yeah, it only killed 3 instead of 5. So if we do that again, this time we're going to clone them. And the way you want to clone them is you attack all on one, then you shift, click, take 2 away, and you send all on another one. This is easier if they're spread out just a little bit, so we're going to make this easier on ourselves. And this is also easier if you somehow have vision of the science vessels, which you often do because of creep tumors and such. So let's try this now. So 2, shift click, 2, shift click, 2, shift click, 2, shift click, 2. Let's have a look at this now. And you see every single science vessel goes down. That's how you clone Scourges. That's it for today. This was a short little video about micro tips. Hopefully I'll get another edition up soon, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care. My name is Cepheus.